In this video, I will explain how to use a great plugin from the SDL App Store, the Regex Match AutoSuggest provider, in combination with variables. For this example, we are using Bible verses that need to be translated, and the typical way of doing this would be to type in the translation. Maybe you have them in your term base, but this, in addition to typing in the name or the text, you would also need to add the numbers. The Regex Match AutoSuggest provider offers a great way of adding both with a couple of keystrokes. Let's see how that works. So the first thing is you download the plugin from the SDL App Store, install it, and once it's been installed, you will find it in Studio under the View tab. Most of the time you don't need to keep it visible, but when you're adding rules to it, then you need to see it. I have it here, down here, and this includes, I've been using this plugin for a long time now, and so it includes all the rules that I have added to it. The ones that we're going to look at are the last two, which I added today, just a few minutes ago. In order to understand how the plugin works, I'm going to disable the two rules first. So they're disabled now. And let's go into one of these segments here and try to add the translation. You see, I start typing the translation here, and I have no help. If I now want to add the placeables, the numbers, if I look at my list of my quick place list, my placeables look like that. And that's not exactly what I need. Ideally, I would like to have the translation plus all the numbers at once. By adding a rule in the AutoSuggest provider, I can do that. I'm going to enable the rules now. And if I type, as soon as I type the first letter, you can see that I have the option right there. So the entire string can be entered by just typing the first letter and then enter. And the same thing happens here. For example, I type 1 and I get the second one is the one I want. Or here I type the C, and after typing the C, I get what I want, and so on in all the cases. So where is this coming from? This comes from rules that you add to the Regex Match AutoSuggest provider. The provider allows you to add variables to it, and so I have a list here, a list of variables that I've called Bible books, and it includes everything I could find, the English and the Spanish, right? So all the different names of the various books. So for instance, this one here, you can see that's the English, and so when I start typing the Spanish, I'm going to get this here. There it is. The rest of the rule, so the variables go here. You enter the source and the target text, and the rule goes here. The rest of the string comes from the rule. So here I've made, I could probably have made a more elegant regular expression rule, but I used, just to do it quickly, two separate patterns. One that includes this pattern, that's the variable. In the developer has a great explanation of how to use a plugin, and if you know a little bit about regular expressions, then you can make your rules very easily. And so you put the variable in parentheses. In this case, remember my variable was this list, and so whatever is in that list will be used in that position, followed by a space, followed by a number, one or more numbers or digits, that's what the D stands for, followed by a colon, followed by a digit, one or more, followed by a dash, and then once again a digit, one or more digits. And so that's the pattern that we see here, right, where we have the variable followed by a number, a colon, a number, a dash, and a number. And so when I have that rule active, I am able to get that. If I disable that rule, all I get is this. I don't get the part with the dash and the final number because the only rule that I have active now doesn't have that last bit. That's basically how it works. You can add as many rules as you'd like, and if you have a list of variables, then this can be a very powerful tool to help us enhance our AutoSuggest in Studio.